I ain't say I was making motherfucking food.
Come on, man. This nigga.
It's Mr. Food and Musik. Exclusive shit. Nothing's fabricated, everything is authenticated. I told you first. It's food for thought, man, I said that twice. Had to mix the two, music is my life. You can say commercial, either way it's universal. And I branded Mr. Fam, never controversial. Food and music, then I said that twice. Had to mix the two, music is my life. You can say commercial, either way it's universal. And I branded Mr. Fam, never controversial. Just waking up, here to make a difference. Time to hit the streets, coming for the chicken. I remember I ain't have a pot to piss in. Now Food and Musik put me in a whole new position. You know the vibes every Friday with some finger licking. Everything is authentic, it's a new tradition. No facade, this is real as it get. And I be throwing straight jewels, I ain't throwing a cent. Been grinding for 6+, y'all gon' show me respect. And I ain't talking gym star when I'm cutting a check. Hater, this the new breed, manual, new speed. Mix the sauce with the spice, this my best life. Try and stop a boy, I'm calling your bluff. And them dummies talking this water wasn't wavy enough. Nah, I let the past go, chasing dreams I never had. I heard it's money in the bank, time to get the bag. It's food for thought, man, I said that twice. Had to mix the two, music is my life. You can say commercial, either way it's universal. And I branded Mr. Fam, never controversial. Food for thought, man, I said that twice. Had to mix the two, music is my life. You can say commercial, either way it's universal. And I branded Mr. Fam, never controversial. First Food and Musik Podcast episode in the building. You understand what I'm saying? First annual Food and Musik Podcast 2020. We told you we got the ball now. And it's big things from here on out, man. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Glad to be here today. Got some special guests with me today. Got my brother filming the whole situation, everybody. My man Kool-Aid. We in here, man. Got my man Jon Ink.
There you go.
About Ink in the building.
There you go.
But before I introduce Jon Ink to the world, because that's where we going viral. I want to shout my girl out, Ashanti Stamp. Ashanti Stamp. Everybody get familiar with Ashanti Stamp with Get Drip Clothing. If you girls are looking, if you ladies, I'm gonna say women actually, when you women are trying to look sexy this summer for your man or the winter, she's the girl that you want to see. She's got it down from the trench coats to the bubble coats to the Michael Jackson leathers with the spikes. She's got it all, man. Get in touch with her, my girl Ashanti Stamp at getdripclothing.com. Catch her on the internet at getdripclothing.com. You can also catch her on IG at Get Drip Clothing on IG. Or if you just want some custom made stuff, you can hit her up at her email, her personal email at info@getdripclothing.com. Alright? So like I said, man, shout out to Ashanti Stamp. Like I said, Food and Musik Podcast, first episode. Got my man Jon Ink in here. What's good, player? Good, man. Good to see you, man. Thanks for having us, man.
Not a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
This is my pleasure.
Hey, listen.
Be the first.
Hey, listen, man. I ain't mad at you, man. It's a blessing to be here, man.
Yeah.
Me personally, my opinion, one of the best tattoo artists in the town.
Thank you.
Hands down.
Thank you.
Period. Point. How they say it? Point blank. Period. One of the best in the town. So I want to ask you, man, real quick.
Yeah.
How you been, man? What you been up to, man?
Good. Just glad to be going into another year, 2021.
Right.
Got a lot of new things coming out. Doing some thinking about hiring some new artists and.
Okay. I remember you had an apprentice.
Yeah, remember I was saying
last time.
I got an apprentice I'm working with. I'm doing that and just trying to grow.
Okay.
Just trying to grow in the business.
Hey man, like we all try to do,
taking
man.
one step at a time.
I'm proud of you, good brother.
And tattooing each person at a time that I get a chance.
I'm proud of you, man. Because one thing about you, man, you sparked me too, man. Because you a hustler, man.
There you go.
You definitely work hard. You're always in the shop.
Always.
That's what I actually wanted to talk to you about too.
There you go.
How you been transitioning through this pandemic? Because everything changed. I know you had a lot of traffic coming through here to get in. The landlords and all of that.
The pandemic has been a tough one because they shut us down for about 4 months.
Yeah.
When they shut us down for those 4 months, there was nothing we could do.
Yeah.
But
did that hurt business?
I think that hurt business a lot. But then I gotta honestly say I got a lot of loyal customers that just wait for me to go ahead and open up shop, and I was actually shocked. So
when the pandemic first hit, you was actually like the shop was shut down. There was no work.
People called and said, hey, could you come and tattoo me? I was like, no, I'm not. When it hit, I was like, no, I can't. I'm not taking that risk.
Right.
We don't know enough about we didn't know enough about the virus before. At that point, to be able to take that risk, so I was like, no, I'm shutting down. I don't want to put me in jeopardy. I want to put my family in jeopardy. I shut the whole thing down.
So how was, because we know landlords went through it just like us. You know what I'm saying? We know they need their money. We got to do what we got to do.
Right.
How was your landlord? Because this is a nice spot, John. On some real shit, man. This is a great spot, a comfortable spot to sit down and get a tattoo at. Yeah. How was your landlord during the process when it first hit?
When it first hit, he was just like, "Don't worry about anything. Let's just wait this whole thing out, see how we're gonna work things out." And that was fine. He didn't ask for anything, not a dime. But after that, after months went by, then it just got real. And then, we had some issues, but then we worked it out. And
you basically had to let them know, listen, this is how, if you want your rent, this is how I get, you know what I'm saying?
This is how I get my bread. I have no other choice.
Yeah.
I gotta get the bread.
Yeah.
I gotta have customers. You gotta give me some extra time. And I just had to work it up in order to keep the shop open.
Was he an asshole, John?
Oh, man.
Was he an asshole? Because we know some landlords is like, we don't care if you got herpes, motherfucker. Pay me my money.
He wants money. That's it. And that's why I try to explain to people when I'm doing tattoos. Look, there's somebody else who's getting paid too. If I don't go ahead and do what I have to do, what winds up happening when I'm charging, then I can't gonna keep the shop open. There's no shop.
Right.
So,
and that's what you had to basically.
And that's what I basically had to do. I had to hustle up.
He understood that too after a while.
And he understood it. He gave me extra time. I gotta honestly say he gave me a lot of time. We're going to scrape up what I had to get together in order to keep the shop open. God willing, it worked out.
Yeah. Did you gain new clients? Did you gain new clients?
I gained
new clients during the whole
I have gained some new clients during the whole situation because some people just found out about me during this pandemic, and some people thought, if you're not, probably, are you tattooing or not? And I was telling them, no, for real, I'm working.
Because the reason why I'm asking, because I follow your IG. I do follow your IG. Right. And you from the old school, John. We're going to keep it real. You ain't really social media savvy like that.
No, I'm doing it.
So I'm like, well, how the hell
do I do it?
Is John getting all these clients if he's not social media savvy? How do you do this shit?
Work speaks for itself. That's how I do it.
Word of mouth.
It's word of mouth. in the quality of tattooing that I put into my work.
Gotcha.
I make sure that once you walk out that door, it's gonna speak loud volumes to the next person that sees it.
That's real.
So,
and I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that.
And I'd rather, my whole thing is I'd rather go ahead and give people quality tattoos instead of worrying about the quantity of the tattoo.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So, and people may say, yeah, he worked a little slow, I don't care. At the end of the day,
that's a fact.
You're gonna be happy with
John don't care. I'm telling y'all, listen, y'all come in here, get a tattoo. You can bring whatever you want. You can bring whatever you want detailed for John to do, but John's gonna tell you his honest opinion to make that tattoo even better and to bring that tattoo to life. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, Kev, Mr. Food and Musik, could you tell them what the address? So if people
let everybody know.
Mr. John, what's the address?
The address is 60 Conley Parkway in Hamden, Connecticut. And I'm in building 12, suite 210.
So for those that don't know, I'm gonna make a little more clarity for you. Everybody knows where Hamden High School is. Everybody knows where Hamden High School is. There's a CVS across it. What's that? A CVS?
Yeah,
CVS right across the street. Right behind the CVS is an industrial. Was that the office?
It's a business park.
Business park. You pull all the way to the back. You can't miss it. About Ink, you'll see it. But to get back to you, John, man.
Yep.
How long you been tatting, brother?
10 years.
10 years, man.
That's what's up.
That's a while, man. That's a while. Because you started. I learned about you from my sister. You've been tatting my sister.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cease.
Yep.
You've been tatting my sister. I was like, yo, man. I was trying to get something done. She was like, yo, go to my man. Go to my man.
Right. Been doing that for a while.
Yeah,
for a while. At least a good. Oh my God. Gotta be about good 5 years. I've been tattooing your sister. And you see her tattoo.
She barred up.
Right, and you see her tattoos. They look good.
Clarity.
Yeah.
So where you originally from, man?
I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut.
Born and raised.
Born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut.
What part?
Oh man, I moved around so much. Inner city, New Haven, Henry Street.
Okay.
Right out there to Westville, over on Fountain Terrace.
Okay.
And now then I moved to Hamden, and then from Hamden now I'm living in New Haven again.
New Haven, born and bred.
Back home again.
So a lot of people don't give Connecticut respect, man. But we here to put the ball in our hand now.
There you go.
And start with you as a first guest. We're not here to play this shit, man.
Good. Same thing.
How was it growing up, man, for you? Like, did you have it rough, easy, good life?
It was. It's crazy because my life was a mixture of ups and downs. There was some times I had some down times where it was rough, and then there was some times where I had some times where it was easy, but then I had to go back.
Both parents in the home?
Both parents. Raised by my mom, my dad.
That's what's up, man.
My mom passed away about 6
years.
years.
Condolences.
Yep, God bless her soul. My dad's still around. The brother's 82.
You guys close?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to your dad being close, man.
Yeah, but they was very supportive of me doing my art as I was coming up.
Right. The people in the comments want to know what your hours are, brother. They want to know what the hours are.
What your hours are. I told you, John. I told you what was going to happen. I told you what was going to happen, John.
I'm Monday through Friday after 5 o'clock.
Monday through Friday after 5.
After 5, and then on the weekend on Sunday, I'm here all day.
And on Sunday and Saturday?
Sunday 10 o'clock till 7.
All right, y'all got that? He said Sunday from about 10 in the morning to about 7 at night.
Yep.
Any rest of the week, you can catch him after 5.
Or you could just hit me up on my cell.
Or you can hit him up on his cell on that card. Let me get the card again so y'all can see what I was talking about from my live card.
Hit me up on the cell. So call me and text me a message and send me your information of what you want to get done.
Great work. Great. When I say quality work, we're going to get into that. But yo, what's it like? Because you seem so cool, calm, and collected, man. And I love that type of energy. Because, you deal with a lot of assholes these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you finally run into somebody that has good, calm, cool energy, you know what I'm saying? It's a great thing, man. how did you like? Because what I asked before, like, did you grow up rough? Was it easy?
Right.
Did you have like? Was mostly majority of people around you like good-hearted people like you, or just like were you mixed in with both crowds?
I mixed in with both crowds.
Mixed in with both crowds.
I had the rough crowd I ran with sometime when I was younger, but then again, it was a matter of they all would push me back to my art. You know what I mean?
Right. Because I know me, not to cut you off, but I know me coming up from Bronx, New York, man. I had the best of both worlds too.
Yeah.
Like my mom's and my father, they were separated, but they was good friends. But my mom's lived in Florida, my father's from the Bronx, New York. I was back and forth, so it was like a big climate change. Big, different styles, different auras, different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
but the thing is, what winds up happening is, you know, is as you're coming up, it's weird, but your passion and your love still sticks with you. It comes back to you. I'll you know, you dibble and dabble and mess around and be doing stuff that you ain't got no business doing. Yeah. But no matter what, at the end of the day, I always came back to my art.
Absolutely.
And then as you got old, and as I got older, you know, I started realizing, I'm like, yo, this is like a gift.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of tattoo artists that were doing tattoos. I'm like, that's what they could do, and they think that's something. I'm like, I think I need to take a stab at this and try it out.
Let me ask you this, because you know, like you say, it was, you know, back and forth, good, bad, some good times, bad times, good people, bad people. Mm-hmm. What's one of the craziest throwback memories you had coming up that you can share with us today? Ooh. One of the craziest memories, like, yo, I really made it up out of this, or like this was a crazy situation. Like
craziest memories is probably
something crazy. Something
crazy to me was, okay, I'll give you a good story.
Let's go.
All right. My uncle, love my uncle to death. He passed away. He comes to me. He says, nephew, I got you something special for your birthday. I'm 15 years old. I said, really? He said, yeah, I'll bring it by tomorrow. He comes to me, gives me a motorcycle. Like, yo, Unc, you got me a motorcycle? For real?
Okay.
I'm like, yo, that's nuts. Yeah, so are yours, take it.
This is sounding good, but it sounded like it's going bad. But God.
Yeah.
Good.
So I love, so of course, I take the motorcycle. I'm 15. What kid wouldn't want a small motorcycle? Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah.
Driving the thing around, enjoying myself. Right?
Don't tell me it was a stove.
I get pulled over. I'm driving it. I get pulled over by the cops.
Oh, man.
The cop said, look.
They took you to jail?
No, he said, get off the bike. I was like, what? For what? He said, first of all, you got a license for this? I'm like, nah, I ain't got no license. I'm 15 years old. He's like, yo, he said, where'd you get the bike from? I said, my uncle got it for me as a gift. And he said, you know what? I believe you.
Did he go try to
he said, where's your uncle?
Yeah,
he said, where's your uncle? I said, I don't know. He dropped the bike off. He said, happy birthday, and he was out.
He was out of here.
I said, so the thing was, the cop made me, he said, well, look, I'm going to take the bike. You walk back home. You live far from here? I said, no. He said, just take the bike. I'm going to take it. You walk back home. I'm going to bring it back to its owner.
Good.
And that was it.
Thank God.
But see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. There's some things that happen where you're more or less like, you know, when you're younger, there's a lot of different stuff.
There's choices
that you make, you know, I mean, you know, and the thing is it's crazy. I traveled the world doing art. I spent some time in Russia.
Wow. They don't like us over there like that, though. They don't like black people in Russia like that, do they?
Yo.
I've been hearing some things about how they treat black people in Russia.
They got black Muslims. They got white Muslims and shit over there.
I heard they be shitting on black people in Russia, though. I've heard this a couple of times.
That was a long time ago. I don't know. Maybe things have changed. But I've been over there.
You got love when you was over there?
I got a lot of love when I was over there.
Okay, that's what's up.
Maybe because I was the only black person over there, but you know.
Yeah. What age did you start doing tattoos? How old were you when you first started?
Oh man, 40.
40?
Yeah,
I would have thought you did. John.
I airbrush as well. I was doing motorcycles.
I seen some of that.
Yeah,
some of that
I was doing.
So you wasn't tatting at that time?
No, I was doing t-shirts. I was doing sneakers, jeans, all that kind of stuff. Man. So I'm really nice with the airbrush too. So
okay, so that's like
that was my first. My first love was the airbrushing.
So you was doing airbrushing before tattoos?
Yes.
I thought you was doing tattoos.
No,
since you was a youngin'.
No, I was airbrushing since I was 13.
Shit, man.
So
looks
that's
can be deceiving, boy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. Looks can be deceiving. I'm like, God damn, man. If I'd have known that, man, I had to double back on the tat. Yeah. I'd be like, yo, he just started tatting, man. God damn. John just started chatting, but when I seen the work, I said, you know what?
10 years in tattooing, 10 years in tattooing, you learn a lot in 10 years. You know,
sure.
I know a lot of famous artists and stuff like that that have helped me along the way. A lot of them that I definitely gotta, you know, give a shout out to Caesar, Ryan, all them.
Black Ink. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, those guys.
We're gonna get into that.
Definitely, you know, we
Ryan too from
we all So,
that's dope, man.
A lot of love for those guys. We always acting up when we see each other.
That's what's up, man.
So,
that's what's up, man.
You know what I mean? Shout out to them. Then one of my trying to think of who else. One of my local artists, Ashley, show off. She definitely she was one that was on the Masters. She has her shop.
Oh, okay. The one you was telling me about last time. Okay. So she actually went and got a shot.
Oh, yeah. She has
shout out to her.
Yeah,
shout out to her, man.
Tito. Yeah.
Shout out to her. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, all of them over there. You know. I mean, we all artists. We all we all show love.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of artists, I don't think a lot of artists realize we all like a family. Everybody, we all know everybody's different artists.
Well, that's how it should be.
That's how it should
be. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all doing the same thing. We also support each other.
Absolutely.
That's just how I see it.
Right.
I'm not having no competition with nobody.
So, like, let me ask you this: do you send, like, being that you're saying like y'all a family, stuff like that, do you actually send clients to other artists?
Yeah, if it's something that more or less like, look, if they ask me, yo, where should I go with this and that, and if I can't do it, I'll say, hey, yo, try this one out, try this one out. I'll tell them, you know.
That's what's up.
They'll treat you right or whatever.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That's what's
because it's a matter of, like I said, it's a love thing for everybody.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
So like you said, man, you know, it was a family thing, and you know, you started when you was 40, which is, you know, shocking to me. I thought you was tatting the way you tat. I thought you was tatting for years, but
yeah.
When did you know you can start actually making money? When did you know you can? Okay, I can get a bag.
It's crazy. I did my first tattoo was actually a heart on my daughter's finger.
Really?
And
first tattoo ever.
That sparked it all.
You was addicted after that. You was like, oh, I know I can do this.
Actually, is all of the, like, everybody, the response that I got from the heart on just her finger was crazy.
Really? Just a heart?
Just a heart
on her finger.
And everybody was like, where you get that done? Who did that?
What kind of heart you put on your daughter?
It was just a small, tiny heart in her finger. And after that, it was downhill from there.
Wow.
I'm dead serious.
That's crazy.
And the crazy part about it is, she made me do it. Because I was just practicing. I'm still practicing.
Yeah.
And she's like, you practice long enough. Come on, you getting this heart on.
Yeah.
I'm putting this, you good enough to do a heart on her finger now. I keep going to the shops, and they want $80 to $100 to just do this tiny little heart. And she was like, I know you could do it. I didn't believe in myself enough yet at the time, but I did. I was more like, you know what? I said, you know what? I'll try it.
And you can get the bag.
Right. And then after that, like I said, it just one tattoo after that, after another, after another, after another. And I was I did a lot of tattoos for free. Just to go ahead and be able to tattoo somebody.
So let me ask you this. So are you like an Ace Boogie from like Paid in Full? Are you cutting the prices down? Are you chopping prices? Regular prices for tattoos? You chopping yours down, getting all this clientele? Because I don't be seeing ass on IG like that.
No.
So I'm like, yo, how the hell Jon Ink getting all this money, man?
No, I don't. Look,
How is Jon Ink getting all this money?
I am competitive with everybody else. Don't get me wrong, because I can't go ahead and, to be honest with you, tattooing costs us a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
especially the investments.
Between the ink, between the proper needles and all the cleaning solutions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to put money into it.
Right.
So
right.
if I don't charge the right amount of money, I can't pay my rent. I can't pay. I can't buy me supplies.
That's the same with me with food.
There you go.
Same thing. Food costs.
And you got to buy it.
Yeah.
You got to put in order to get out. If you don't put in to get out, and I buy it. And my thing is, I use the latest stuff. Like, I could show you right now, I got the latest machine that you'll look at and be like, yo, that's crazy. Because I don't know if you noticed, my machine, it was violet. It was nothing, it was all one piece.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this is John, man.
Right. So
John always got something. Yo, John has a Pac-Man game in the middle of the floor. The original Pac-Man. Y'all see what y'all not understand?
It's like Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man in the middle of the floor in the tattoo shop. Stop playing.
Yo, Galatian, Big Dog.
Yo, all of that on there too?
All that.
Yo, not a game. Not a game.
Yeah.
About ink. Come down here and get a tattoo.
I'm dead serious.
What's your style of tattooing? Like, some artists shadow, some
black and white. I'm good with color. I'm definitely good with color.
You're really good with skin though.
Skin, yeah. I'm good working on dark skin. You know that?
Yeah. I definitely know that.
So actually, you guys seen it working with that girl I just did.
Yeah. Right, yo.
You see how
we actually just did a tattoo of a young lady that was here. Was it flower roses?
Yeah,
on her back. Unbelievable tattoo.
And it was a cover up.
It was a cover up.
And it was a cover up.
Yeah,
it was a cover up. And it was you couldn't even wouldn't notice anything else was there.
No.
Like, just amazing. Amazing.
No, and that's the thing. And she'll probably come back she's gonna get her shoulder covered up too with something.
Oh, okay.
So that's what she said when she come back.
And she contacted you through just like word of mouth.
A friend. Like I said, word of mouth. A friend. But like I told you, I do the Instagram, I do the Facebook sometimes, but I don't really have time for it. I try to tell people
working all the time.
Because I'm working that much. So to go ahead and sit there and after I get off, I want to go home.
Right.
I want to eat. I want to chill. I want to go watch my TV, and that's it.
That's a fact.
But I will pop some things up there. You know what? I like to drop it like an album. So I'll be like boom, and I'll throw a whole bunch of stuff that I've done, and then after that, it'll be like, John dropped an album, But that's all I do. When I feel like I'm in the mood, then I'll drop a whole bunch of joints that I did to let people see that I'm still doing this. So.
And you like to free.
I freehand some. I do some freehand.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do a combination of stencil and freehand.
Because somebody can come in with a picture that they want tatted on them, and they may not have the exact picture of how they exactly want it.
That was her today.
Yeah, but you can just.
Well, you guys saw how I did it. Remember I was showing you. I was like, because he
I was asking mad questions.
Yeah, because he looked at the picture. He said, "Wait a second. Those butterflies that you doing on her ain't in the picture."
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
saying. The whole picture.
I come in. I said, "This is what I want." I had it drew up. I had skyscrapers behind the apple because I got an Apple New York shit. Y'all know how I do it. I had a skyscraper behind the apple. It went from skyscrapers behind
scrap that.
It said scrap that. Put the skyscrapers in the apple. Put the NY on top of the apple. Whole different better tattoo.
Better tattoo.
Because
see, what people don't seem to realize is, and this is what I described to you just
that was a wild session.
What winds up happening is, if you guys allow us as artists to be artists, we're going to give you something better than what you actually are thinking.
Facts.
That's our job. That's your tattoo artist's job, is to go ahead and pick your brain and then take your idea and now make it artistic.
Facts.
And make it into something that you're not even seeing.
Facts.
And that's the job of a real tattoo artist.
And that's your talent, brother. That's your talent. But before we go on, man, I want to shout out my sister, Melissa Lytrell, She just started her notary business. Okay, so if you guys need some papers notarized, anything like that, she's also a real estate agent. She's been doing that for a while too. So get in contact with Melissa Lytrell. She's on Facebook at Melissa Lytrell. Hit her up. She's actually down with the National Notary Association. She's actually a notary signing agent, which is dope. Yep. So shout out to that sister right there, man. Get in touch with her. And she can help you find some homes if you're looking for a home. She's real good at that. Get in touch with her at uniquemobilenotary@gmail.com. I'm going to say it again. uniquemobilenotary@gmail.com.
Say it right here for the people.
uniquemobilenotary@gmail.com. That's my girl, Melissa Lytrell. Check her out on Facebook, IG as well, man. She's doing big things, man. But yo, as we doing this podcast, man, it's only right because, my name is Mr. Food and Music.
Yeah.
I had to bring something to the table. I couldn't leave you hungry, man. You've been working all day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to bring something for the people, bring something for my man, Jon Ink. But we back. John, I brought some salmon sliders, man. How you feeling over here, man? I see half of it is gone already, brother.
Am I talking?
Shit, neither am I. Bring it, man.
This you?
It's me, man. Come on, man. You know the vibes, man. You know what I do, man.
You gotta hit them up for these. I'm telling you, for these salmon sliders.
Listen.
Come get them.
Hit me up. Every Friday. Every Wednesday, Salad Wednesdays. Come get me for a salad. Check me for a salad. On Facebook, Kev, Mr. Fam, IG, Mr. Food and Music. Hit us up, me and Kool-Aid's email at foodandmusik@yahoo.com. But hit me up, especially on Fridays for my dinners. You'll get some stuff like that. But you had to be the first one to check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's only right.
They're banging people.
Y'all heard it first, man, from my man Jon Ink, man.
Brethren.
Salmon sliders, man.
Listen,
Put the salad close to the camera so they
Come on, man. Y'all see that, man? It's not that's that real salmon right there, baby. That's that real salmon. What my special sauce? You taste that sauce on that, John?
yes.
Let's get it.
That sauce. This is my first time having. This is my first time having. Look at this. Look at this.
Off the hook.
Tell me
Off the hook. Let's go. Let's go, man. This is what we do.
I'm sorry y'all can't taste this.
It ain't scratching, sniff.
You heard? It ain't scratching a sniff. But yo, John, man. Back to you, man. Conventions. Tattoo conventions. What's a day like at a tattoo convention?
Wow.
I know you've been to quite a few. So.
Yeah, conventions are like this. It's either one, you go there and you look around, you see all the different tattoo artists.
Oh, mad booths.
Mad booths. Tattoo artists from all over the world.
Wow.
Just in one place. So you get to meet a lot of people at these conventions and networking. You get to network.
A lot of networking going on.
A lot of networking going on.
And that's what we need to do. That's what a lot of us need to do right now. Instead of hating on one another, we definitely need to network, put a plan together. That's what makes a machine work. You start a machine. Now you got a machine. Now the machine works because everybody's on the same page.
Right. Because it's getting to a point where I think, like we were just talking behind the scenes, it's about linking up. You know, helping each other out to go ahead and get to the next level and move forward.
Absolutely.
And whatever you're doing, you gotta go ahead and there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna give you that break to help you out in order to get to where you gotta get to.
Right.
In your endeavors. And that's how it works. You can't do it all on your own.
Absolutely.
It doesn't. Everybody got somebody helping them out.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, and sacrifices. We all make a lot of different sacrifices.
Good. So what else goes on at a convention? Like, is it like an all day thing, or do you set up your booth? Like, how do you make money?
How you make money with the conventions is you basically set up your booth. You have your portfolio out. You put it on the table. You have pictures of your work. A book that has a lot of your stuff in it, or you have an iPad and it just and you have it locked down at your table and it just flash pictures of your work, so people go through. They can see your work, see what you see how everything is going. I mean, see a lot of the stuff that you do and stuff like that. Basically, people don't know who you are at conventions. Yeah. That's how a lot of people discover you at conventions. They want to see. They want to see. Yeah.
So when you went to conventions, were you there like by yourself? Because I noticed that you don't have a lot. You don't really have employees. You do a lot of the work yourself.
Yeah.
So how is it, you just go and set your own booth up and do your own thing?
That's it. That's how it works.
That's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work just for one man.
All of this is a lot of work for one person.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I love what I do, so it's not like I'm working.
Right. That's
why I try to explain to people all the
Good
time.
analogy. Great analogy.
Like, hey, you do a lot of this. I'm like, because I love it. I love what I do.
Right.
So when you're loving what you do, you're going to do your best at it because you're going to do it with passion. So that's why, I could sit in here for hours and tattoo somebody and it doesn't bother me.
Right. I know some of those conventions, the after parties. Off the hook, huh? What's some of the best convention cities? Like Philly's pretty good.
Philly is definitely
Philly, right? Better than Vegas?
Yeah, definitely shout out to Philly.
Yeah. Shout out to Philly, man. Shout out to everybody watching from Philly.
Shout out to Philly. Yeah, Philly definitely.
Here they got the best tattoo conventions in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to one of the after parties? Like
after parties,
they get crazy. Tattoos everywhere.
Crazy thing about the after parties
is ass and tattoos.
Sometimes they happen in strip clubs.
With the conventions.
Yes, the after parties in the strip clubs.
I mean the after party.
Yes.
Off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Off the. So what cities have you been to? You've been to Philly.
Philly, Boston.
How's Boston? Boston's pretty good.
Boston's pretty good. They have a really good convention too. Yeah. New York. New York is definitely another good convention. Yeah. You
gotta take me down. Remember I told you gotta take me around one of them joints, man.
The next one.
I gotta go, man. Y'all heard it first. Jon Ink said he's taking me to another tattoo. When everything open up, I'm in there like swimwear. Goddamn it.
There you go. All right.
I might be walking out of that motherfucker artist. Goddamn it.
Right now, COVID shut everything down.
Yeah, I know,
no
man.
Conventions. So.
I was actually supposed to go to the marijuana convention in DC.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go. Was it last September? I want to say September, something like that.
And they shut it down.
They shut it down. No, it was in May. I think it was in May.
But
they shut that down. You know what I'm saying? I was at Redskins Stadium. I was looking forward to that.
No, they don't have any of that stuff going on. But also,
sliders up.
Yeah, the sliders are
no problem, man. Come on, man. This is what we do here.
Yep.
It's food and music, man.
But yeah, conventions are definitely the way to go if you want to actually see a tattoo artist that's on TV and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you seen that's how you met C's.
Yeah,
right? From Black Ink.
Yeah. At one of the
Black Ink, C's from Black Ink. You ran into Ryan.
Yeah.
C's wanted you to work at a shop. Right?
Yeah,
Then he wants you to work at a shop.
Yeah, C's because he's opening up so many shops. So C's is like, look, come work with me in one of my shops. So
how did y'all meet? When you met him at a convention or?
Well, it was weird. We actually
and this is Siege from Black Ink. This Siege from Black Ink.
Yeah. We were just we was at a booth, like a concession stand, and we just started talking because we were both waiting for food.
Was this when he blew up, or he was already?
No, this is when he was during the show.
He
was just at a convention. We was at a concession stand.
Got to start chopping it up.
Yeah, he was just standing literally behind me, and I'm like, yo, because I bumped.
I seen the pictures and all that.
Yeah. I bumped into him by mistake because I was like, yo, sorry, man. Then I look, I'm like, yo, see, he's like, yo, what's up?
That's dope. So cool dude.
Yeah, C's definitely cool. Definitely gotta give a shout out to C. Ryan is cool too.
And you met Ryan at one of the conventions too.
Ryan. Yeah, Ryan, Ford, Don, all them. All them cool dudes. We all.
Cause Don ain't he like a muscle?
Yeah, Don.
He like a muscle man now, right? He doing like muscle conventions and shit now. Yeah. So wow, he never tatted though, right? He was never an artist, right? It was Thor was the artist.
Yeah, Thor was the artist.
Okay. Four. Yeah.
Thor was the artist.
That's what's up, man.
But a lot, like I said, it's linking up with a lot of guys like that. But like I said, after the convention, we all hang out.
Y'all hang out at the after party.
Yeah, at the after
party.
party.
Go out to eat, whatever, yeah.
And they'll hang out.
And
That's
just chop it up.
And then chop it up.
Yeah.
That's
You ever
what
meet Scale?
Yep.
You ever meet Sky from Black Ink?
I never met Sky.
Yo, that's some wild shit.
I never met Sky.
Her energy.
Yeah.
You and her energy is night and day.
So it's probably
it's probably best you ain't meet Sky ass. I don't know. Shout out to Sky.
You know I'm low key. I'm very low key.
Shout out to the whole Black Ink man doing their thing, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Black business owners and all of that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this real quick. We're gonna chop this. We're gonna slice this down in a minute, but I just wanted to ask you this: what's the best tat you've ever done?
The heart on his daughter's finger.
Is that the one? Okay, second best.
Second best?
Yeah.
That's the one that got the money.
That's tough, man. That's a tough one because I'll be honest with you. I've done so many, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah,
I would have to look through my catalog.
One that like in catalog that you would actually frame like, I did this. This was Jon Ink. I did this tat. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's something you're going to have to think about.
Now you're going to have me think about that for
That might be a logo.
Yeah,
might be a logo. You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough one to go ahead and geez, that's a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
You got me on that.
That might be a logo, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a good one now, but you know it's never. Because this is my logo right here. As you can see, Food and Musik.
Right.
This is my logo, but
Yeah.
I'm changing it gradually too. So this is going to be always the first logo ever, but
Right.
I'm changing it for different t-shirts and different apparel.
Oh.
Be on the lookout for Food and Musik merch. Black t-shirts, white t-shirts, wife beaters, tank tops for the women, bonnets for the women, snapbacks, all of that. We're coming through. We're not playing. See, we got the ball now, John. We got the ball, and we mean that.
I like
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
I like that.
Appreciate that, man.
Yep.
So, real quick, man, last question, man, I got for you, man, before we get out of here. Well, the last question about you, because we're going to get into a quick trendy topic. But the last question that I got for you is, what advice would you give someone trying to pursue tattooing?
My best advice is to try and find somebody that's a really good artist and try to get an apprenticeship. Because I see a lot. And also, drawing. People need to
Start drawing.
draw more.
Draw. It seems like a lot of people don't do that.
No.
Like back in the day, we had talent shows. You know what I'm saying? We had, it was just a lot of different things back in the day that we just don't do anymore now. Like
Right.
it's like we lost.
No, it's because the thing is, no matter what,
imagination and everything,
tattooing,
man.
what people don't understand is tattooing is from art. So you have to draw.
You have to draw.
You got to draw. People want to just kind of just get on people's skin and just start tattooing, but they don't even know how to draw on paper.
Right.
You can't draw it on paper.
Right.
You can't draw it up. You can't tattoo it.
Exactly.
So drawing is the key. Like I said, I've been drawing since I was 8. I'm 50.
Wow.
That's a lot of drawing.
Wow.
So,
and sometimes you still just sit back and just draw some shit, right?
yeah, I'll be on the phone talking to somebody,
Chilling,
just drawing stuff as I'm talking to them on the phone.
See, that's natural
That's
talent.
just,
natural talent.
That's what I'm saying. It's just you just draw. You make
Yeah.
shapes. You draw. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You paint. You do different things.
You get visual like visuals in your head, just like jot it down, like something popped in my head.
Yeah.
I
get visual.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because if I get an idea, I'll be like, that's a dope idea. Let me try to put this with this, and then you mix things up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you come up with, that idea, like what I did with the girl today.
Right.
That's how I was. I said, well, what do you like? She said, well, I like flowers, and then I like butterflies, and she said because butterflies represent my kids. So I said, how many kids you got? She said 3. I said, okay, let's do 3 butterflies. And then next, he said, well, I like butterflies. I said, well, what about the flowers? She picked the flower. I said, which flower do you like? What kind of flower? She picked that kind of flower. I took the flower, found 3 butterflies, put it with the flower. You guys see what she came out with. What did it look like?
Fire.
This like that. And you would have thought that was made.
That shit was so fire. I got to take a shot to that. But go ahead.
You would have thought that made that I found it like that.
Right. This is tequila. I'm a tequila guy. Yep. I'm gonna get John to drink some tequila with me this summer when we go to one of these conventions and shit. Trust me.
But even Kool-Aid noticed. Kool-Aid said, "Wait, that ain't the same butterflies in the picture."
That's like, the first thing I picked up on.
He said that's and the fact that it was a cover up.
I would have noticed all that too. I was too busy trying to find my phone. But that's another situation.
That's true. That's a whole nother topic.
We could just talk on that.
So what I like to do too, man, on a podcast, man, I like to touch on certain topics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because, everybody has their own opinion, and I value everybody's opinion.
Yep.
I just like to get a whole bunch of different opinions. So I like to call it trendy topic. I do it on my Facebook page every morning. It goes. If I got a good topic, it's flying off the roof. I done got some controversial topics. This topic right now is basically parents befriending their kids. Now, we have... Right now, we got these badass kids out here, man, that's just running amok, doing anything.
No guidance.
And then you got some parents that, they befriend their kids before they parent their kids, and then wonder why their kids act a certain way. How do you feel about that?
I feel...
You think it's okay to befriend your kid?
No, I feel no matter what, you are a parent. When you go ahead and you cross those boundaries, you got to stay in your lane.
Boundaries.
Stay in your boundaries, no matter what. My kids are grown, but they still my kids.
Right. Do you think that's the problem with some children today, that their parents are too lenient? It was different.
What ends up happening is the kids don't they don't understand how to respect an adult because they don't treat their parents as an adult. They treat their parents as a friend. So what happens, next thing you know, they talking to you like they a friend. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not your friend. You can't come back from that.
No, because you can't come back from that because now you set it.
They take it as a joke.
Yes, because the thing is, we all need parents. We need structure. That's what our parents was there for. A lot of these kids don't have a lot of that nowadays. And that's the sad part because that structure is gone.
Right.
Let me respect Mr. Nelson down the street because he's a good
out the window.
Right, that's gone. No, now it's turning into let me kick Mr. Nelson and take his cell phone.
Yeah. Or Mr. Nelson should shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly.
And the kid is 14 or 13 years old.
If you go back and
shut up, mom.
Right, and tell the mother to shut up.
Yeah.
Like
they even got a TikTok out with it's called
faking like telling your mother to shut up.
Yeah, faking like telling your mother to shut up, and then the fathers go crazy. No. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I actually think it was, I don't know. I don't know if it was a good thing to do that because it kind of showed kids like, well, let's play like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't play.
You don't play. And
I didn't play with, if I call my father right now and I said, Dad, shut up. I guarantee you, I'll put money on it. My dad would be down here we would be down here scrapping. Right now, if I call him right now on the phone and say, Dad, you know what? Why don't you just shut up? He said, I'll be like, boy, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Right now, to
this day. You want me to do it? I'll tell you, I'll get the phone
and I know Pop was coming down here.
And he's 82 years old, and he still will come down.
Pop was coming down 82 years old, ready to whip some ass.
No, he ain't gonna whip. He probably pull a pistol.
With a hot one on
there you go.
Old school.
That's old school. We used to put hot ones in motherfuckers. We used to put hot ones.
No. He said, the old saying, I brought you in this world, and I'll take you out. That's exactly what, that's how he is.
Yeah, well, I'm totally against it. I'm against befriending my children. That doesn't mean that we can't have
a friendly relationship.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you need to know that I'm the parent and you're the child, and stay in your lane.
That's it. And that's
no more lanes anymore with these kids.
No. And it's a matter of you have to go ahead and stand your ground. Because, especially if you got boys. Because if you got boys, trust me, they are going to try you for sure. Because they get to that age and they feel that, oh, I'm a man now. I could go ahead and do this to you. Oh, you can? For real?
It's different now. It's different. Yeah, it's
different. So now you're in the house and you're scrapping with a grown man.
And like, where they do that at? When did that begin? Because that never used to happen back in the day.
Thank you. I'll never even test my father to this day.
It was a sense of fear that parents instilled in their children. They don't instill that fear anymore. But you know, we can. You know, other people disagree. That's fine. But you know, look, it is what it is, man.
I have fear of my parents till this freaking day, and I'm 50 years old.
That's what's up,
and
man.
I still,
me too.
I still wouldn't try my mother if she was alive.
I remember one time, man. I was in. This was like 2 years ago. I'm in the car with my mother. My mother lived in Florida. I'm in the car with my mother, and she was saying something that was, you know, annoying me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, all right, ma, all right.
Right.
And she was like, excuse me? And I said, nothing, ma. Like, you know, it's just the fear that she instilled in me. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I had to humble myself. Like, nothing, ma.
But what are you going to do?
What do you mean?
If she says something else extra, you can't do nothing. That's your mother.
What am I? I'm quiet after that. I've not said nothing, ma. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm just talking. She checked me. It's all set.
It's all set.
Nothing else I'm doing.
Yeah, because you know what's coming next.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you get to that point, you know, where these kids they see it as a, you know, they're the tough guys because they disrespect. I disrespect my parents. I could disrespect anybody, but that's the problem. They do that, and then they take it from out of the home and into the streets, and then they get killed. Because that's the reason why you're supposed to go and learn to have that respect in the home. Because if you don't have your respect for your parents, you ain't got no respect for nobody. And then when you cross that line with the wrong one, oh, what happened to Jim
Exactly.
over here? Oh, they shot him in the head because he was running his mouth. He was disrespecting him.
You heard it first from Jon Ink. Very valid point. And for you youngins that's watching, if any of you youngins is watching, you heard it from Jon Ink. Valid point, man. If it's no respect, then you'll take that with you, and you wind up getting yourself to a place where you can't come back, man. So just acknowledge that, man.
I tattoo a lot of young ones.
Oh, I know. I came in here one time. You had the youngins up in there, man.
You remember? I tattoo a lot of them.
Yeah, it was all quiet and polite, no?
Because I told them I respect them. I have them respect me. Some of them get out of hand. They go.
You gotta go.
I make them leave. But when I have them in here. It's a respect thing.
Absolutely.
You see it? Why were they?
Quiet on the phone watching TV. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. I was watching because they look like they get it in. They out there doing what they do.
Yeah. So quite frankly, saying we was the rowdiest people that come up in here.
We were rowdy. We were rowdy.
We were rowdy today.
Thanks to Mark Muller. We were rowdy.
Thanks to the performance of Mark Muller.
That was the performance over there. I know Jon Ink was like, yo, what the heck?
I was like, why did you bring him early?
But that's my lot of character.
But the thing is, what winds up happening is I embrace that. Because I like everybody I want everybody to come in here and feel like this is a place where I could go and I'm good.
Right.
You understand what I mean? If things got out of line, you will see me step in place because then it turns back into this is my place. I have to go ahead and I gotta go. I'm keeping my place the way that I want it.
Right, absolutely.
If you don't want to go and respect it, I'm going to ask you to leave.
You gotta go.
That's just me.
And that's
because I feel like I work hard, I earned it, and I want everybody that come in here to feel like it's home.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people, they go to different tattoo places, and it's, it's, let me get the money. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you actually care about the work.
Right. And the people.
Yeah, and the people.
You'll see them. I'll call them, yo, Jon.
I talk to you all the time.
Yeah, but the kids, that's what I'm saying.
I talk to Jon all the time.
Have the kids, they'll come through. Sometimes I'm not tattooing, they just come in. Yo, Jon, what's up? What you doing?
That's that good energy. That's that good energy.
Because they like to be here.
Hey, yo, Cooler, you think about getting a tat, man? You thinking about it, huh?
No.
You got a couple, though. You got a couple.
Two. That's it.
You got a couple.
You ain't dealing with that pain, huh?
That's not. I actually got a very high pain tolerance. Tattoos ain't me. Like, you know how people say you get a tattoo, you'll be addicted, you're going to get 1,000.
I get it. You
I
ain't
got
gotta
one
say.
when I was real young. Like
Yep.
this, my mother name, you can't even tell it's Connie. It's all
Right.
blown out. I got it when I was 9, 10 years old. And then I got this joint right here of me and my wife and
the infinity
wedding day and all that.
Yep,
yeah,
the
my
infinity
name.
sign.
That's it, bro. I ain't into tattoos. I don't need ink. Well, you ink my pocketbook. Ink that check. That's what you can ink for me.
Ain't my pocketbook. Pause. But yo,
No, ain't no balls in that. Look, your pocket will hold that wallet.
that's a fact.
You heard?
That's a fact.
But yo, man, we gonna wrap this up, man. Real quick question before we get out of here, man.
Yep.
Johnny Gill or Bobby Brown? Which one you got? Real quick, come on. What you got?
Oh, darn.
Johnny Gill or Bobby Brown, and why?
Both. Okay. I'll say vocal. Definitely Johnny Gill.
Vocal.
Entertainment. Bobby.
So if you had a playlist in your car right now, you got the Bobby Brown. See, we gonna bring it old school. You got the Bobby Brown tape cassette. You got the Johnny Gill tape cassette. Which one you putting in first?
He putting in the one where the nigga was laying down on the cover holding his head. You know, that's always a classic.
No, let him in. I gotta go with you on that one, man. That Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
Crush everything Johnny Gill did. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion.
You got that Don't Be Cruel with that mama.
He said, put on your red dress. He looked like, yo, that song sounded like that song sounded like he was stalking a chick
In the tree.
for mad long.
In the tree holding on like that from the hanging on the tree.
Finally got it. He like, put on your red dress. Oh, man. My man Jon Ink, man. Yo, how can people get in touch with you, man?
All these cameras, talk to the camera right here.
Y'all can reach me at 203-675-5964.
Say it for him one more time, John.
203-675-5964. Anytime.
IG, got the IG popping.
Instagram is Johns_Ink. My Facebook is About Ink John. So either one of those, check out some of my work. Hit me up when you're ready. I'm here. Let's get it.
Right over there. You heard what he said. You heard it first, man. Hamden High School. When you get to Hamden High School,
Take the right at the light.
take the right at the light. There's
First
a CVS
driveway on
right
your
across
left.
the street. There's a CVS right across the street from Hamden High School. You go right behind the CVS. It's that business park. Right behind it, go all the way to the back. You can't miss it, man. It's been a blessing, man, talking to you today, man. Thank you for having us in here, John, man. We really appreciate it, man.
Not a problem.
Good brother. You know what I'm saying? Food and Musik Podcast, man. Make sure y'all get in contact with me and Kool-Aid at Food and Musik. Y'all at yahoo.com. Check me on Facebook at Kev Mr. Fam. On Instagram at Mr. Food and Musik. Hit us up, man. We're going to have some big things popping for this summer. Like the slogan say, we got the ball now. Baby, baby. Kool-Aid. Take us out, man. What you got? Any shout-outs, man? Any contacts?
Hey, yo, man, I'm normally not on camera because, you know, I'm the behind the camera, man. But this is our first podcast, and y'all better believe it. We in the building to stay forever. 2021 is our year. And like Kev said all the time, Mr. Food and Musik is in here. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, that is